In this video, I'm going to break down 21 things that I've learned at the age of 21 that I wish I could go back and tell my 17-year-old self when I was fat, out of shape, and lazy. So I could actually have a better understanding on things that I would do differently and something that I could leave for you guys as well. Number one, you have 99 problems until you have a health problem. Then you only have one. One thing I had to learn on this journey is the fact that we're always chasing the next goal, the next milestone every single day. And there's going to be tons of obstacles and problems that we have to overcome on a daily basis for us to actually achieve those goals. But like I said, one thing that I've realized is every time that I get sick or I pinch a nerve in the gym or I pull a muscle in the gym or I come down with some sort of weird illness, a fever, anything, the only thing that I possibly wish for is to be healthy again. And that holds so much weight in someone's day-to-day life, And think about the people who were born with disabilities or the people who were diagnosed with some sort of terminal illness. I can guarantee you the only thing that they're wishing for is the fact that they could be normal again, so they have the same chance to compete at the same level that everyone else does. So if you're feeling stressed or you're feeling ungrateful because of all the bullshit that you're going through in your life, just know that someone in the world somewhere is going through 10 times, is going through 100 times worse than what you're currently going through and will do anything to swap lives with you. Most people treat their body like a beat up car, but you should be treating your body like how you would nurture a racehorse for a race. You're drinking every day, you're vaping, you're doing stupid shit, you will never actually be able to perform at your true potential. So the next time you're also sick or you're going through something, I want you guys to remember, health is the most important thing that you possibly have. Number two, good quality sleep is essential. And one thing that I wish I could go back and tell my younger self is the fact that without quality sleep, you're never gonna see the progress that you want in the gym. You're never gonna be able to be as productive as you possibly could be during the day. And good quality sleep is absolutely essential to absolutely crushing your goals on a daily basis. Number three, as a man, you need purpose in life. Over the last 3 years, the most hateful people and the most insignificant people that I've met, as tough as it is to say, are the people that didn't have a defined purpose in their life. I truly came out of my depressive state when I sat down and I logged what I truly wanted my purpose to be on this planet. When I truly sat down and thought about what I wanted to do, why I wanted to do it, and how I could accomplish it. And I would encourage all of you to do the same thing. Number four, you can make more money, but you can't make more time. This one is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just gonna say this. You can always buy back your money, but you can never buy back your time. Number five, your environment isn't just the 3 people that you hang around. It's the podcasts you watch, the content you consume, and the books that you read as well. If you're constantly if you're doom scrolling all day on social media, of course you're gonna have TikTok brain. If you're watching parasites like Fresh and Fit on podcasts, of course you're gonna objectify women. And while the people you surround yourself with, of course, will shape your environment, the things that you're consuming on a day-to-day basis will consume your brain even more and will haunt you every single day unless you change that on its whim. Number 6, just like you can't blame a tree for being a tree, you can't blame a person for being a person. I want you guys to understand something, and this is something that I had to learn the hard way as well. You cannot blame people for letting you down. People are going to be people. Just like a tree is going to be a tree, people are going to be people. If you ask your homeboy to pick you up from the airport and he flakes on you in the last minute, you cannot be mad at him for that. Because at the end of the day, people are always going to be committed. People are going to be way more committed to themselves than they are to you. And the thing that I had to learn in this scenario is instead of taking it so personal, only depend on yourself for the most crucial possible things. Because that is the true way to actually be happy and to actually not hold a grudge against people. And if you truly do want to depend on people, the only people you should depend on are the people that you actually trust with your life. And for me, that's only 3 people in my life. Number 7, only take advice from the people who have done the thing that you want to do. This one, again, is pretty self-explanatory, but if you're trying to start a side hustle, or you're trying to get jacked in the gym, or you're trying to get an A in that class, you should only be wanting to take advice from the people who have actually accomplished that goal. Because what purpose is there from taking advice? It's like taking advice on how to be jacked from a fat person, or taking financial advice from a homeless person. It just doesn't make any sense, and it never will. And that correlates to number 8. Don't take criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from. This is something I wish I could have drilled into my brain when I was 17 years old. But as you go on through life, you'll learn it in your own way. Number 9, action without a guide is better than a guide without action. I talked about this in one of my recent videos. I'll leave a card on the screen right here. But whether, like I said, whether you're trying to join that hobby, you're trying to start that side hustle, you're trying to join that club, you're trying to do something different from the rest of the pack, we often paralyze ourselves before even starting, because we're overthinking on the steps that we need to take to actually start doing it. And my advice would be to just start. Take my content, for example. I could have started as soon as I started college, but I waited because I was so in my head about the things that about the steps that I needed to take to actually start, when in reality, the minute that you actually start, the minute you actually start, obstacles of course will be there, but you overcome those obstacles, and you only overcome those obstacles with the action that you're taking, because the guide will give you more clarity, but without action, there's no purpose in it whatsoever. Number 10, visualization, discipline, and action is all you really need to start. If you can see it here, and you have the courage to actually carry it through, and you stick to it, it will happen for you. Number 11, for all the college kids watching, I would rather regret missing parties than regret missing my dream life. This is a balance that I feel like every young person should actually figure out. If you work hard, play hard, to each their own. But for me personally, all through college, I would have severe FOMO, because I would be sitting there editing my videos while all my friends were going to bars. Or when I actually got serious about my content and got serious about my career, I would be sitting there working or editing because I knew I had a deadline to meet that night, or I wanted to get that video out the following morning. And then all my friends would be at parties or would be at the bar, and I would just sit in my apartment alone. And looking back on it, it was a blessing in disguise, because the path that I'm on now, it would have never happened if I didn't take the action back then. That leads me to number 12. Success loves speed. Number 13, even if you miss your calorie goals for the day, still go to the gym. While you might not gain or lose weight, you'll strengthen the consistency habit. That's something that's very important, because at the end of the day, the gym is all about consistency. So even if you eat like shit that day, I would recommend still going to the gym, because it will strengthen the consistency and the discipline that you need to carry it through to actually achieve your goals in the gym. Number 14, alcohol isn't needed to fit in. This is something that obviously everyone has to learn the hard way, but when I first started college, I was probably getting hammered 4 times a week. And now I limit myself to 2 drinks max every time I'm at a social event or I'm at a party, because the truth is that you really don't need alcohol to fit in. And the next time you get hammered, just think about why you're actually doing it. Again, to each their own here, but me personally, I want to be able to recover just as well the next day and not have my entire next day hungover just because I just wanted to get hammered for the sake of getting hammered. And also, for anyone who's trying to make gains in the gym, there is absolutely zero benefit to drinking alcohol for the gym. It does literally nothing for you. It's filled with carbs and it absolutely destroys your gains. So, for all my gym goers, think about that the next time that you drink alcohol. The next time you get hammered, at least. Number 15, invest in knowledge. Number 16, don't follow any creators that aren't providing some sort of inspiration to you, because everything else is just mindless distractions. Now, at the end of the day, I do believe that social media in itself is a net negative, But if you're going to use social media, at least use it the right way. You know, don't use it to follow the Instagram model that you're never going to talk to. Don't use it to follow the brain rot meme page. Use it to actually follow inspirational people that you actually look up to and you could see yourself living like, because that will be a reminder to you every single day on what you can accomplish. And also use it for educational purposes, people who are providing educational content on social media, because once again, that is actually something meaningful that you could get out of social media, in, especially if you're just a consumer. But if all you use social media for is a brain rot, then it's simply just a mindless distraction. Number 17, use mouth tape during your sleep. Most people don't really know about this. I started using mouth tape about a year and a half ago, and my sleep quality got better. My jawline improved. The shape of my jaw actually improved from using mouth tape. And it puts you in the habit of not having any, it puts you in lower of a risk of having sleep apnea because you're breathing through your nose. You're forced to breathe through your nose in your actual mouth, and it prevents snoring in the long term as well. So I would highly recommend using mouth tape when you sleep. Number 18, bad hygiene is a sign that not only do you not respect yourself, you don't respect the others around you. Now that's one thing that I really can't stand, is people with bad hygiene, because I would never be friends or do any sort of business with someone with bad hygiene, because it shows that in the long run, that not only do they not respect themselves, because clearly they're not putting in any sort of work on themselves to actually be presentable in any sort of way, but it shows they don't respect the people around them. And if you can't respect someone around you, there's no way that I could potentially be friends with you, or or even worse, get into business with you. It would never happen. So please, for the love of God, especially my fellow Indians, start using deodorant, brush your teeth twice a day, floss, take a shower twice a day, use colognes, trim your beard, trim your facial hair in a presentable way. These are the bare minimum for people to actually take you seriously. Because all bad hygiene shows is the lack of respect for yourself. And when you don't have respect for yourself, no one will ever have respect for you. Number 19, take everything you see on the surface level with a grain of salt. On social media, take nothing seriously. If I had this advice when I first started out, my mindset would be even sharper than it is now. Whenever someone tells you something on the surface level in person, take it with a grain of salt. Unless you have hard-backed evidence that what that person is saying is true, take it with a grain of salt. People will do anything with the sole purpose of trying to make themselves look good. But you have no idea what's truly going on behind closed doors. On social media, never take anything seriously. I don't care if it's the most minuscule thing of someone showing their diet. Do not take it seriously. Don't take what that person is posting about their relationship seriously. Don't take what that person is posting about their work seriously, because all social media is a highlight reel of what people want you to see. It is not the real world. And the less you consume on social media, especially if you're not monetized on there, the better. It is really that simple. Number 20, if you spend time building a beautiful garden rather than chasing butterflies, eventually the butterflies will come to your garden. And if not, you'll be left with a beautiful garden. A little innuendo for you guys on chasing women. I've talked about this before, no need to get into detail about it. And lastly, number 21, lock in, fam. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what video you guys want to see next in the comment section. Check out my recent video right here if you haven't. Make sure to like, share, subscribe if you're new. And without further ado, I'm out. Peace.